ARTL, this is Artello Biosciences. This traded up to 8, where it found resistance earlier. It's come back in. It's actually beneath its VWAP. We'll see if it holds on to this area here. Artello Biosciences shares are trading higher after the company announced a definitive investigator-initiated study agreement with the Belfast Health and Social Care Trust to be funded by Glaucoma UK and the HSC Research and Development Division, The study will evaluate the effects of Artello's proprietary selective synthetic cannabinoid, ART27.13, in patients with glaucoma or ocular hypertension. So this looks like an actual medical angle of a cannabinoid play. This had a pretty decent pop in the after hours, had a better pop here today, has basically come back into that after hours resistance area. Quick peek at the short interest on this name. Again, negligible. 2.86% of the float shorted with 1.53 days to cover. On average, the stock trades 33,000 shares. That is nothing. It's done just shy of 18 million here today. Floats 1.85, so it's definitely one of the low float names that we're often successful with when trading scanner stocks. 13, you have any thoughts on what the chart looks like or some key areas that the group needs to be made aware of?
I'll get to the chart in just a moment. That doesn't look that great to me, but some of the other things that I was looking into here is whenever we look at Biotech, I like to take a look at their pipeline and see what else they have going on. Did the same thing with AIM, but not really as interesting as ARTL. We know what we does. This one, they have other clinical trials that are mostly preclinical right now. The ART27.13. That's one of 3 major ones they've got going on. They did do a 1-for-3 reverse split recently, and this is going through some NASDAQ compliance challenges. So I think we're seeing some of the motions that we typically talk about, where they go through a reverse split and then they will raise capital through something like a share dilution. If we're fortunate, a private placement, but typically it's a share dilution event. So I think that's what's going to happen next, because the company does need cash, despite this announcement of a investor funded study. It's going to be funded by, a study that's funded by the Glaucoma UK and HSC R&D division. So they're getting it fully funded, but the company still needs money, and I get that they're going to have to raise capital at some point soon. Could be as early as today. So there's that risk. Now, as far as the chart goes, we did lose the VWAP, and it kind of looks a little bit like we're forming something of a head and shoulders pattern. It doesn't look that great, but it's still not looking like we're going to be turning around here unless we find some support around 6, I would say. And we're approaching that level right now. We're trading beneath the VWAP. If we continue to come in beneath 6, it looks like the 65 EMA down around 550 is going to be the next stop for it.